Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
And I'm Donovan. And let's have a chit chat.
Dude, it's... Oh my... dude, too
Forcefully
close, too
injects
close.
you with,
Too,
with Mario serum,
too
turning you into
close.
Super Mario.
What? I'm turning into Mario. What? What is... There's like some meme that's like... Uh, me turning into a... I don't know, it's like Discord mod or something, and it's like... Just... I don't
Yeah, and
know.
it's like turning into like an anime girl or something.
Yeah, or... yeah, something like that. I
It's
don't
like an
know.
anime girl transformation.
Nowadays I just like consume memes and I barely retain them. I just laugh at them for half a second and then
You retain
move
the
on.
essence of them, but
Yeah.
you don't retain enough to describe them.
Yeah,
And I have the
exactly.
same problem.
Yeah. I don't know why I even try, but that's that's just how life is.
Yeah, this is
Um
for my heroin addiction, by the way. It's not for insulin.
yeah.
Just thought the
Well,
audience should know that.
we all no, we already we knew that. Don't worry. But
Great.
dude, it's been a while since I've like I don't do chit chats regularly anymore, or at least as of right now. So like every time I start them, I'm like, how do I do them again?
Dude, this
Um,
Chit Chats is already a bust. If they're watching, they're gone now. We've talked about too many
yeah,
random. You got to get to
I
you got
gotta
to
get
get
to
to
the
the meat
okay,
and potatoes.
okay. You're right. You're right. Let's get into it. You saw the title. You already probably kind of know what we're doing. But a little bit of just context. Me and Donovan, we've gone on the record many times saying that we are Nintendo fans. Like, I don't need to introduce that concept. At some point, like when we do these, I'm not even gonna bother explaining it. I'm just
No,
gonna
don't you don't even. We should
assume
just
people
start a
know.
Nintendo channel and then you
Yeah,
don't even have to introduce it anymore. See my
yeah.
nerd posters in the background?
Oh yeah,
Nerd posters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wind
you're
Waker right
dude,
there.
you're looking.
Galaxy.
You're looking like a big old nerd right now. Wait, what is the? Oh,
Um,
that's a Metroid one in the top.
Metroid Dread, and
Yeah,
this one is Splatoon.
dude, that's dope.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm like I got a Mario 64 poster over there, the one that you gave me actually. Um,
Dude, hold on. I'll be right back. Talk to yourself for just 2 seconds.
okay. Well, I guess I'm alone now. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in or
Okay,
okay, never mind. He's back. Good, thank
I'm
God.
back. I
Phew.
don't know what you said. I don't know what you said. You're probably getting nervous
I,
still.
I I told my
What if I just
deepest,
left?
darkest secret, and you'll never hear it now until you watch
What
the
if I just
episode.
left? What if I just left and
I just I just waited. I just Donovan,
wait for like 5 minutes?
Donovan.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. I had like my Nintendo Gold points saved up, and they
Hmm.
were gonna expire. Like I got like an email saying they were gonna
Oh
expire.
yeah.
So
Did you?
I
Yeah.
spent them, and I got like all these little postcard things.
Dude, I got those too.
You got
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I did because I also had gold points saved up.
So funny. What the fuck?
Yeah, or platinum points.
I was gonna give you some of them because I don't want all of
No
them.
need anymore, my friend.
No,
Yeah,
I guess not.
yeah,
I'll give him the dean. I'll give him the dean just to remind him of his glory days
yeah.
playing
He'll be
video
like,
games.
I haven't heard Nintendo in years.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. So we are Nintendo fans, as you can clearly tell. And specifically, Donovan, when I think of you, for whatever reason, like no matter how long I've known you, I always kind of associate you with Mario, which is kind of funny. I feel like because I feel like you're probably a bigger Zelda fan at this point. I don't know. Maybe that's not true, but
I
either
like both.
way, I know one of your favorite games of all time is a Mario game, or maybe even kind of two of them, sorta. Um,
Uh, yeah,
if
probably.
you count Yoshi's Island, which might count
Yeah.
in this discussion. But anyway, so we're talking about. I mean, I remember I did that Mario quiz with you. It was like two truths, one lie.
Yeah.
And just overall, I think we ranked the Mario games together. We've done a lot of Mario themed chit chats in the past. But this one may be the be all end all Mario game discussions because today we are going to be discussing what we believe to be the 10 definitive Mario games.
Yeah.
Now, let me kind of explain what I mean by that. So, I got this idea from a Scott the Wasp, specifically Scott Stash video, where he did a similar thing with the Sonic games. And essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to go through. I mean, we're not going to like go through
Wow.
every Mario game, but we're going to kind of try to, you know, boil Mario down to 10 games that we think represent the Mario franchise the best. And
Okay.
we're limiting it to 10. No more, no less.
Way
Um,
to say the quiet part out loud. Like, I was not gonna mention that this was based off of Scott the Woz video, but like you just went up and outed yourself there. So
I had to credit him, you know. I mean, like,
okay, fair enough.
yeah. I mean, most of the ideas that I come up with for the show are original, or that's actually a good amount of them aren't original completely. But you know, I did. I mean, like, this is pretty much like a 1-to-1. We were talking about this before we started. Like, for all we know, he might have done this already, and might post it at some point.
This
If he
could be the
does,
second video with the same title on YouTube.
yeah, yeah. If I post it before him, we'll see who wins that race. Um, but either way, yeah. So this is not going to just you know, include mainline Mario games. This is going to be spin-offs, you know, sports games, RPGs, you know, games in the Mario universe. They don't even necessarily have to be
Mhm.
like Mario specific games, but you know, we can kind of talk about what counts and what doesn't count.
Okay.
Um, yeah, you know, 2D platformers, 3D platforms, all that stuff. So I have the Mario wiki pulled up here, and I'm going to share my screen so you can see it as
Okay.
well. Well, actually, right now I have the doc that I made specifically for this. This is where I'm going to write down. You know what? Let me be a little bit more a bit more
Make
stylistic.
it red.
Let me make it red. Yeah. In fact, I'm
There
gonna
you go.
make this whole thing red. Where the hell is my
Make it all
cursor?
red.
Yeah, make it all.
But make one of them green for Luigi.
No, fuck Luigi.
Okay, fuck you.
I'm just kidding. I love Luigi.
Fuck you.
Uh, do you like the
Bye.
year of Luigi?
Sorry.
Do you like the year of Luigi, Donovan?
I Is this how you're starting the conversation? It-
Yeah, yeah. No,
Because I
because
think this is a pretty weak way
okay,
to
well, fuck you. Don't tell me how to do my show.
do you think that there
It's a
should
lot
be a
of pressure,
game
man.
from do you think there should be a game from the year of Luigi in
Maybe.
this
I don't
list?
know. I don't know. We'll find out.
It's
So
possible.
I have the Mario wiki here, and this is up. This is the list of games. So you know,
All game?
allegedly every game on this list should be a Mario
Wow.
game.
They
Um,
have yeah, they have Philips CDI on there.
yeah, they even have Nintendo Switch 2 when we that hasn't even come
Well,
out yet. I mean,
there's
technically
one confirmed Mario game for that as we're
yeah,
recording this.
yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna have to be really, you know, careful about what we pick here. I mean, we can, you know, we can put games on, take them off, whatever. But you know, we only get 10, so
Okay.
this is going to be interesting. So let's see. I just want to tell you, like, you know, just right off the bat, what game is like the first game that comes to mind that you think should be on this list? I feel like I know,
Um,
but
yeah, I'm gonna say Galaxy,
specifically Super Mario Galaxy, the first one.
the first one.
Okay.
That's the first like when I think if I'm gonna think. I mean, I'm biased because it's my favorite Mario game,
Right.
but like
Well, it's a lot of
also
people's favorite Mario game, you know.
that's
I
true.
mean, or like a lot of people like Mario Galaxy, and I think it's definitely a contender. Now here's one thing that I didn't discuss or I didn't really say, and I don't remember if Scott applied this rule in his video, but
Okay.
should we include collections that exist?
Oh, I don't think so. I think that's kind of a cop out. Like if we were to include like the 3D All Stars collection, I
Yeah.
think that's a cop out because that's
Well,
like three games in one.
that's true, but it is technically a game that you could buy at one point. And
You can't buy any more.
yeah, that's true, but yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel
Actually, you
like
probably can. You could probably easily go to a Target and they'd have it. But
I don't
it's
know.
beside
I don't know, man. You know, have you seen like the used prices for Mario 3D All Stars? Like, I mean, they're not that bad, but like they're getting up there. You know, like I've seen it like $80, $100, $120. Like, you know, that's
really,
I don't know if it's
that's
that easy to get anymore.
okay.
Um,
I'm surprised.
but okay, so I'll write down Super Mario Galaxy because I also think that game is definitely worthy of being on this list.
Yeah,
But I'm just
let's
saying,
sing its merit. Let's sing its praises really quick, because like, well, I mean, if you
well,
don't think it deserves to be on there, then say something now. But I'm gonna sing its praises really quick.
okay,
Why I think it should be on this list,
okay,
because it was on the Wii, and the Wii
mm-hmm.
was, I think, one of like, is it the highest selling Nintendo home console system, or did the Switch surpass that?
Oh, the Switch surpassed it a while ago.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Well, the Switch surpassed it, but
mm-hmm,
before the Switch, the Wii was held that
mm-hmm,
title,
mm-hmm. That is true.
and that was like the Mario game for
Mm-hmm.
Wii,
What about
right?
New Super Mario Bros. Wii?
You could say that, but
You know,
you'd be stupid.
I'm curious. Okay, I actually don't know this off the top of my head, but I feel like it could go either way. Did Super Mario Galaxy sell more than New Super Mario Bros. Wii? Because I don't think it did. I think it was the other way
That's
around.
no. New Super Mario Bros. Wii definitely sold more.
Which
There's
I'm not.
multiple. So okay, I guess maybe we should establish this off the bat. We should have talked
Oh
about this
yeah.
earlier. But like,
Mm-hmm.
what are all the criteria that because I think that there's multiple criteria that we could judge this based off. It could be like the legacy of the game, its sales, how much of an impact it had on like later games.
Yeah. Well, I don't think sales should play a part in it. Like I was just bringing that up just because I was just curious. Like if we
Sure.
just did
Well,
sales, I feel like that would just be kind of a cop out. I mean, we could use that as
uh-huh.
reasoning, but I don't think that that should be like the be all end all like
It should be,
reasoning, you know.
yeah. I agree, but I think that we definitely should look at sales for
Yeah, I
some
don't
of
think
it.
I think it's worth like looking at for sure. Um
Mhm.
but in this case, like and if you wanted to keep going about Mario Galaxy, you can but
I
I
mean, that's kind of just it.
yeah,
It's really good. It was like one of the highest selling Mario games when it came out.
that is true.
I feel like a lot of it kind of like it started to bridge the gap between like the open world 3D Mario games. Well, not open world, but like like the sandbox Mario games like 64 and Sunshine,
Mhm.
and like the 2D series by having like it's still a 3D game, but it's a little more linear,
Mhm.
like a 2D Mario level would be.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it was kind of revolutionary in that way.
No, I agree,
Yeah.
and I think that is a good point. I do think that Super Mario Galaxy what's what a cool thing about it is it does kind of you do kind of get the best of both worlds. You get like, more traditionally like linear Mario stages, but and some of them aren't
Mhm.
completely linear, but especially in the first Galaxy.
Yeah.
But you get more like streamlined platforming, but you also get a more open 3D experience, which I think it meshes together very well.
Mhm.
And yeah, no, and that's not even talking about like the music and the visuals. I think those are both phenomenal for a Wii game.
That's
um,
true. That's true. Music is great. I
I
love the
mean,
Mario Galaxy
it's
music
iconic. It's like one of the most iconic soundtracks that I think Nintendo has ever put together.
for sure. I think it
Um,
was one of their first like actually orchestrated soundtracks.
hmm Yeah, I think you're right. So yeah, no, I do think that Mario Galaxy is worthy of being on the list. Um, I just feel like I don't know. It's tough because this is why like I wanted to open the discussion to if we should have collections on here because I
Mm.
would advocate for Super Mario 3D All Stars. I know it's kind of a cop out, but part of the reason why I would
Mm.
like to do that is because I think Super Mario 64 is also very worthy of being on this list, and Sunshine to a lesser extent. But overall, with 3D All Stars, you
Mhm.
do get all three, great games, and so that's kind of my
Right.
reasoning behind it. You know what I mean?
And that was something I was gonna bring up next is like if we
Mm-hmm.
have Mario Galaxy on there, then like
Yeah.
in terms of like legacy, I think
Hmm.
you kind of have to have Mario 64 on the list, right?
I
Because
agree,
like
and I
that
think
was the first 3D Mario
it
game.
was the first 3D Mario game. It was like one of the most revolutionary just
Video
games
game.
in general. And I do feel like even today, like Mario 64 is heavily respected, you know? And
Hmm.
I feel like we would be remiss to not include that. So again, I'm going to just say that if it comes down to it, I think we should consider putting 3D All Stars on here just so we don't have to take up two slots
Okay.
because that is, each slot is very, you know, like important.
I'll say this. I would advocate for keeping them separated for now.
Okay,
But if it comes
sure.
down to like there's one more like a number 11 that we really want to include,
Mm-hmm.
then we can group them into 3D All Stars.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. Because I like as much as we can. I want to be strict about the 10 rule because I feel like
Yeah.
that would make it more interesting. If
No,
we were
I
just like,
agree.
oh no, we just make it like 15. It's like, nah. But either
Yeah.
way, okay. So we got two of the like best Mario games, to best 3D Mario games. But
Hmm.
Mario did originate as a 2D platformer, so I do think we need to have at least one 2D Mario game on this list. But the question is which
Agreed.
one, you know? Um,
Yeah.
because
That's difficult.
it
That's
is.
really
It is
difficult.
difficult, yeah. Because we have the original Super Mario Brothers, and that's kind of a like a go to in a sense because like that is like
The
the first
first
like
one.
Mario platformer. However, it is dated. I mean, all of these you could consider all of them to be dated, but I do like I
Mhm.
feel like you know there are other games that could take its place. You know.
Yeah, and I'd like to think that like a major consideration in this list is like what would I suggest to somebody who's never played a Mario game before? Like
Mm-hmm.
what are the 10 games that I'm suggesting to them to like get the essence of what the series
Yeah.
is about?
Mm-hmm. For
And
sure.
I do I I have an appreciation for the first Mario Bros, but like you said, it's very dated and like I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that somebody going and playing it for the first time today would necessarily have a great time with it.
Yeah, not. I mean, especially when you consider that you could instead suggest to them a game like Mario 3, which is
Hmm.
also, very well loved, by Mario fans and just video game fans in general. And I do think,
Hmm.
like, out of the three games on the NES, like, I mean, that's pretty much the best one, I feel like. Um,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, for sure. And if there was a single Mario game that was gonna kind of represent like the beginning of Mario,
hmm
for like a newcomer to the series, I definitely feel like Mario 3 or Mario World. We could
I was
we
thinking
could
about
put
Mario
Mario
World.
World instead. But
Hmm
I feel like it's between the two of them for kind of representing the 2D
Yeah.
Mario games.
I mean, if we're, again, I come back to the collection uh, idea because we do have Super Mario All Stars, which was officially
Mhm.
released.
Yeah.
So if it comes down to it, we could consider that, and that there was also a version of that that included Mario World. So
I actually think we should include Super Mario Bros. Advance. Wait, no, what is it? Super Mario Bros. Advance 3, Super Mario World. Is
yeah,
that what it is?
specifically that version, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some would argue that that version is a superior version of Mario World, I guess. Um, I don't know if I
I mean,
would, but
I would because it has additional content, but like, the,
that's
Super Mario Bros. 3 is
true.
just way more iconic.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a Mario Advance version of Mario 3, which we could also argue
Mhm.
is more worthy of being on here because that also has um, extra content.
Yeah.
Um, so and I guess like kind of what I was thinking was like, is that really worth putting it over the original because it's more like truncated, but
Mhm.
Nintendo has released on like the Switch, so you can play it on a bigger screen. um so you know for Super Mario Bros 3, such a stupid title.
It's such a stupid title.
But what do you
Wait,
think?
so which one are you advocating for?
I think I'm gonna advocate for. Shoot, man. Actually, that's tough.
Like,
Cause
okay,
I.
let's say we're not doing All Stars
Okay.
right now.
Yeah.
Again, same thing as with 3D All Stars.
Yeah. Um. Well, it really does come down to Mario World versus Mario 3 at that point because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think I mean, I love both games a lot. I played Mario World first, I think, and I think overall, like, I
Mm-hmm.
have more nostalgia for Mario World. I remember playing that on the Wii Virtual Console and like loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Mario 3 is also really good. I've since like like since my childhood, I've played Mario 3 more often than World. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like, and I think I've come to love it a lot more because of that. Um, So I don't know. It's really tough. I feel like they're both really iconic. Just really, just I don't really think either one is better than the other. If I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I don't think either one is better than the other either. I kind of have the opposite thing where I'm like way more nostalgic for Super Mario Bros. 3 because I
Hmm.
played that when I was like 5 on an original NES.
Hmm.
So my bias lies with that game,
I
and
mean,
that's the one that I would personally advocate for.
okay.
But I also do see that Super Mario World had a big impact as well.
Well,
I
and
just don't know, like
yeah,
in the grand scheme of like the impact on the franchise, I also feel like Mario Bros. 3 is way more impactful than Super Mario World, you know?
yeah, I do feel that way if I'm being honest because I mean, like, okay, and this is kind of like a, you could call this like kind of a cop out thing to say, but like, Nintendo has brought back the Tanuki suit in future Mario games. They have not brought back the
Yeah.
cape feather.
They have
So
not.
I feel like in that way, I mean, well, not, I mean that's a very specific thing, but like I don't know, it is kind of indicative of like Mario World's legacy in
But here is
comparison to
something
Mario
that
3.
you could argue is that Super Mario World brought Yoshi, and Yoshi is like a major
That is
thing in the
true.
franchise.
That is true.
That's like the one thing
So
that Super Mario World brought that has stuck around.
yeah, that's a good point. And Yoshi is a really big figure in Nintendo's history. Um,
That being said, I
so
would still escape from Mario 3. But I think honestly, if you wanted to, I think we
mhm.
could put both of them for now.
You know what? Screw it. Let's put both.
Let's just put both of them for now.
So I still think I should put should I put the advanced versions instead of the regular
Um,
versions?
man, I don't know because like
Because
again, I'm
they
thinking
are
about
more
like
definitive. I feel like
they are more definitive. Yeah.
so.
But I feel like if and I'm going back to like giving somebody the experience of these games who's never had them before.
Hmm.
And I do feel like maybe this is just a personal thing, but like I would want to have like the original experience, you know, like
Yeah,
the one that made the most impact, and like that was like the original version, I
that's
guess.
fair.
But like I could also see it. I could also see someone having the exact opposite opinion of me and being like, "No, I want the better version, like the version with more content in it."
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, like we could like put one of them on there as the advanced version, one of them not.
If
I
if
don't
we
know.
were gonna put one of them as the advanced version, it should be Super Mario Bros. 3 though, because they added
Okay,
like full levels with the
they
what
did.
were those
Yeah,
cards called? I
the
forget.
e-reader cards.
The e-reader cards. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's put. So we're gonna put Super Mario World and Super Mario Advance for Super Mario Bros. 3.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow, they
cool.
they they released Super Mario Bros. 3 as the last one in that line.
Yeah,
That's kind of weird
it's
to
it's
me.
weird because like they could have easily done because the first one was Mario 2, so they could have easily done
Yeah.
Mario 2, Mario 3, Mario World, and then Yoshi's Island, but they went in a weird order
Hmm.
for some reason.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, yeah.
I
So
do want to just throw this out there really quickly.
mhm.
Does one of the more recent 2D Mario games deserve to be in place of one of those games?
That's a good question because, and that is something that I was going to bring up is like, we want to represent all of Mario's history, and,
Hmm.
putting two classic 2D Mario games on here might be a little bit of oversaturation. Like, we might want to
It might
consider
be.
putting, I'm just going to throw it out there, a new Super Mario Bros. Game. And,
Yeah.
part of the reason, say what you want about those games, but they did kind of lead Mario down a path that he stayed on for a
Hmm.
while. So I do
Yeah.
feel like they're very relevant to his history.
They did define that era for sure.
Yeah,
I agree with
so
that. And as much as I'd like to put Wonder instead of one of those ones, I
yeah.
do feel like probably like New Super Mario Bros. Wii is
Yeah.
probably the one,
I think
right?
New Super I personally think New Super Mario Bros. Wii I think I would consider that to be like the the one that's worthy of being on here. Because
Yeah.
you could consider New Super Mario Bros. The original to be a better game, but I feel like New Super Mario Bros. Wii kind of more represents the series better, if that makes
It
sense.
does, and it was more
And
it
I
was
think it was
more
the best.
revolutionary,
Yeah,
I think, as well, because
yeah,
even though New Super Mario Bros. DS kind of brought back 2D Mario games and like the style, I guess
mm-hmm,
it kind of like set the style for the games.
yeah,
Just the fact that like Wii was on the Wii and had um 4 players,
mm-hmm,
I think that's what makes it worthy is like the 4 player aspect.
yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna do something that might piss you off. Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna advocate for New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and here's why.
Oh
I
God.
feel like that game and how that game is like perceived by Mario fans is is a better representation of the new Super Mario Bros. Games than New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And that's not saying it's a better game. I'm saying that
Yeah.
if anything, it's a worse game than Mario Wii
Hmm.
than New Super Mario Wii, and that's more of a reason why it should be representative of the series. And it has two
Okay.
games, and one of them is
You
better.
think it should be on the list because it's bad.
Yeah, I do.
That's what you're
Yeah,
saying?
because we're not doing the best Mario games. We're doing the definitive ones.
Oh Lord.
So,
Yeah, the last thing you would see me saying is, "Oh, go play U Deluxe over Wonder," to a new
hey,
fan of the series.
I will
But
also bring up it did sell the best, I believe. Oh, actually no.
it did.
No, I don't think it did. I think Mario Wii actually did sell better. So never mind. That's not an argument.
Hmm. Okay.
Cuz I think cuz if we look up best-selling Switch games, I think it
There's
didn't
no chance
sell.
that Wonder has surpassed Deluxe, right?
No, Wonder's at 15 mil, which is pretty darn
Oh,
good for how recent
it's getting there.
it is. It might surpass New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which would be
I
awesome.
really hope it does. I really hope
I
it
think it's
does.
deserving of it. I feel like if
Yeah.
if Nintendo released like DLC for Mario Wonder, like I feel like it could have
Hmm.
a better chance of like surpassing it. But it might anyway. I don't know.
It might.
But either way, yeah. I mean, 18 million. That's like pretty damn absurd, man. Like what happened there, man? Like, like,
Well, what happened is I'm pretty sure this is what happened because like people had a Wii, they played New Super Mario Bros. Wii
mm-hmm,
when they were like kids or like when they were growing up,
yeah,
and then they skipped the Wii U generation, and then Nintendo released the Switch. Like everybody got a Switch. It's
mm-hmm,
now the highest selling console, and they
yeah,
were like, "Dude, remember when we were kids and we played New Super Mario Bros. Wii? We gotta get this
yeah,
new Super Mario Bros. Game," not
yeah.
knowing that it was the Wii U one.
Well, I just think it's so funny that I mean, like that it's called U Deluxe because like I feel like what do
Yeah.
people think when they see that? Like what do they what do they think when they see the U if they don't know what a Wii U is?
Do you
You know?
think that it would have sold better if it had just been New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like
It might have.
it would have sold just as well either way. But yeah, I mean, I feel like New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe rolls off the tongue better.
Maybe we
So
underestimate that people actually do know about the Wii U, but I'm doubtful.
I don't know, man. The sales numbers say otherwise for that console, man. I mean, I guess a lot
Yeah.
of people probably knew about the Wii U. They were just like, I'm not getting that. So
Yeah, probably. I
I don't
think
know.
if you took if you took like the average family who bought that game, they probably don't know that it's a remake at all.
I would say so, yeah. Because I think the original only sold like 5 million. So
Hmm.
yeah.
You know what, dude? You know what, dude?
What?
I don't want to. Okay, wait. Actually, maybe we should focus on what we're talking about now. But I'm having some thoughts right now about a
Okay.
different game
Uh
that
oh.
I will
Okay.
bring up after we sort this out.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
but
I
okay, so are
actually
we gonna
don't.
do we? Or are we gonna do you
I
deluxe?
don't care. I'm not that much of an advocate for you deluxe. I think Wii is fine. It did sell. I do think it sold the best, so I think it's more than worthy of being on here.
Do you necessarily feel like one is better than the other?
No. Well,
Okay, I don't
I know
really
that
have.
I've had more fun with Wii than I think any of them, to be honest. Um,
Right, but they're all kind of the same thing, so
yeah,
you could probably say that you had more fun with it just because it came first.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, or that's the one I played first, I think. So
Yeah.
so yeah, we can just keep Wii on there.
Let's
Um,
keep we on there for now. But okay, can I bring
hmm.
something up? I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna bring. We're gonna go back to the 3D Mario games
Oh
really
boy.
quick
Okay. Okay.
because I honestly didn't think about it when we were talking about 3D games,
Mm.
but I kind of think that 3D World might deserve a spot on this list too.
Oh shit. Okay. I thought of 3D World a minute ago, but I was like, we already have two 3D Mario games on here, like,
We already have two 3D Mario games.
and 3D
This is
World.
tough.
Okay, what is your reasoning for 3D World being on here?
I just feel like 3D World, like kind of the same as Mario Galaxy. It does a really good job at bridging the gap between 2D and 3D Mario.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, it definitely does not have as much like personality or like um I guess like staying power in terms of like the vibe it gives off as Galaxy does.
It's a
You know
little
what I
bit more
mean?
plastic feeling. I'll
It's
give
more
you that.
plastic. It's
Yeah.
more like standard Mario.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I love Galaxy so much because it's different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
It's not like other girls.
it's not like other girls.
Yeah.
But I mean, 3D World, and especially if you're doing 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, is
Which
like
yeah, we could do.
that's so much Mario right there.
It
And that's,
is.
I mean, 3D
And
World is a really good game.
it
It's
is a
four
really good game.
players.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. So
I don't know.
no, I agree. And yeah, man, I don't know. Cause that's already that's gonna be 6 games and we haven't even touched the
Maybe six
spin-offs yet,
games. No, we
you
haven't. We
know?
haven't talked about a single spin-off.
So you know what? I'll write it on there. I'm gonna write Bowser's Fury on there. Or the
Hmm.
one with Bowser's Fury on there.
But you kind of agree with me, right?
Yeah, I do. And I did think
Okay.
about that. I was wondering when I was gonna bring that up, but I wanted to bring up other games first, but
Hmm.
we'll write it on there because we can take them off if we want to or change them around.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So now I want to take a break from the mainline Mario games. I want to talk about some Mario Kart because I think we need to
Mm.
put at least one Mario Kart on here. And I do kind of
Yeah,
feel like there is a pretty
there's
like
an
safe
answer.
bet of a answer
Yeah.
for this. Um, I mean, it's 8
Go ahead, just
Deluxe.
say it.
It's Mario Kart
Yeah.
8 Deluxe. Like I don't know if I would have said that at one point, but I feel like now it's just that is the Mario Kart game.
Yeah,
Um,
it's the highest
just
selling.
highest selling, the most
Everybody's playing it.
content by far of any Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
Is it my favorite Mario Kart game? Probably not.
Really?
Um, well, it is in the sense
Really?
that I've had I mean, I don't
That's surprising.
I don't know. Well, so
Would
it's
you say
yours then?
Wii or Double Dash?
I would. I don't. Okay, maybe I would.
You seem so uncomfortable right
Maybe
now.
I would say 8 Deluxe. I don't know. I mean, I have more nostalgia for like Wii, and I do feel like Wii is another
Mm.
one that like a lot of people play. Like that's like that was like the I feel like one of the ones that like really just broke out in the Mario Kart series, and like everyone was playing it. And that's why
Hmm.
everyone's like I don't know. I feel like I've talked to so many people that we've played Mario Kart with who aren't really like that into gaming, but they're like, "Oh yeah, I used to love Mario Kart Wii." Like it's always
Yeah.
Mario Kart Wii, you know?
Here's
Um
what I agree with you.
mhm.
But I'm gonna say I think that's kind of like an our age demographic thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that just because 8 Deluxe has sold so many copies,
Yeah.
I think their kids like that's the game that in the long term is going to have an even bigger cultural impact than Mario Kart Wii because
That's
like
true.
every kid that's growing up right now has played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in some way. Like even more than we're playing Mario Kart Wii when we were kids, I feel like.
Yeah. And that's probably
Right?
true. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying like, because yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe definitely the definitive Mario Kart game. It is the one that should be on this list. I think. I'm just saying
Hmm.
like, I guess it probably is my favorite. I don't know.
Fuck it, let's put Super Circuit on there.
Yeah, let's
Why
put
not?
Mario Kart Super Circuit. Let's put the Mario Kart arcade GP games on here.
Oh my god.
No, I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a very good game. And I don't know, I just don't feel like it's like that exciting to discuss anymore. Just because like I don't know, I
Mm.
just feel like it's been like beaten into the ground. Like I feel like the older Mario Kart games are a little bit more fun to like kind of look back at, but like that doesn't really matter, I guess, for this
Yeah.
discussion. Oh my god, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best. Um, I'm definitely interested to see where they go with the next one because I feel
Yeah.
like it's going to be hard for them to make the next one without it feeling like a downgrade in some way.
Mm.
But
I think they're just gonna
I
change
don't
it
know.
up a lot, and
Yeah.
it's not really gonna be like a retread of what Mario Kart has been up to this point, but I think they're gonna set it apart in a way that's like super exciting. I
Hmm.
mean, even in that trailer for the Switch 2, it seemed like they had like some sort of like hub world for it or something, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of what I was thinking. They showed like the big ass desert that's like there's no way that that's just one course, you
Yeah, I
know?
don't know. Yeah, I'm interested to see. I don't know what like I think the idea of a hub world is interesting, but I don't really know like what it would serve,
Mm.
like what purpose it would serve in the term in terms of the game itself. But like
I don't know.
you know, I'm not. It'll probably be something cool. I don't know.
I have no idea, but I'm excited to see what they do with it
Me too.
for sure.
Hopefully, I don't know if the by the time this comes out, I don't know if the Mario or the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is will be out. It
Mm.
probably will, but either way, yeah, we'll find out.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I guess they'll be showing more about that game at that direct, huh? I didn't even really think about that.
I'm certain they will. But you know, I don't know. They didn't show much of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at the Nintendo Switch 1 presentation, but
Didn't they like announce that in like a trailer that dropped like after it?
yeah. Well remember, do you remember in like the first trailer that they put out for the Switch, they showed gameplay of people playing it like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
but we
yeah.
didn't know what it was. We just like it was just Mario Kart at that point.
I think they showed like King Boo or something, and everybody went crazy
Yeah. Uh-huh.
because they
Like
didn't have
no
King Boo
way.
in regular Mario Kart 8.
Yeah. Mhm. I also just want to shout out the amount of characters that they added with the booster course pass. Like I that
Mm.
was something that I don't think I was expecting them to do when they initially announced it, and it definitely added value to that DLC.
Mhm.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But anyway, um, we got Mario Kart out
Gotta
of the
be
way. What?
gotta be 8 Deluxe. It's gotta
It's
be
got
8
to be
Deluxe
8
for Mario.
Deluxe. We have 3 slots left. So, maybe that's all we're going to
Jeez,
need, but I don't know.
I don't
Um,
know.
so
This might be harder than I thought.
yeah, well, again, I will say we have collections we could put, and
Yeah.
like we can't forget about that. Okay, so what do you want to talk about next? Because I have some ideas.
Well, we could talk about, but basically, I'm thinking we could talk about RPGs,
Hmm.
we could talk about Mario Party,
Hmm.
and we could talk about Mario sports games.
Yeah, and those are kind of the 3 big ones that I think need to be addressed in terms of Mario spin-offs.
Yeah.
Let's
Should
talk
we get
about
Mario Party out
yeah,
of the way? Because I
yeah,
feel like that's easy.
yeah. Let's talk about Mario Party.
Easier.
I actually don't like. I have an idea for this one, but I don't know how you would feel about it. So I'm interested
Okay.
to talk about it. Should I just throw it out, or do you want to throw out
Throw it
yours?
out. I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay, I think Mario Party Superstars. And
Okay.
I don't know if sounds like a controversial opinion, but this is what I will advocate for. This is why I will advocate for it. Um,
Okay.
I think that it is what the people that love Mario Party think about when they think about the series. I think with the remastered content, it's all from the N64 era, which even if
Hmm.
that's not like I do think, especially with us playing the GameCube ones recently, um, I don't necessarily think that the N64 ones are like the be all end all like best Mario Party games, but I do feel like that most people that know Mario Party or like, especially when it comes to like all generations, like I feel like everyone can
Hmm.
kind of like think about the N64 ones and they just kind of have the most like clean record, you know.
Yeah.
Um and I think they're really good and I think Superstars is really good. And I think pretty much all the mini games are good, or like at least they're all like memorable in some way.
Hmm.
It's they did a good job like remastering all the content. I wish there was more content, yes, but
Yes.
for what,
That's the biggest problem with that game.
yeah, that pretty
There
much,
should be
yeah.
more than 5 boards.
There should be more than 5 boards, yeah, for sure. But overall, I do feel like it is a really good Mario Party game, and that's why I think it deserves to be on here. But what do you think?
Yeah, my first instinct is to say Jamboree,
Okay,
um,
I thought
because
about that one too.
um, I just feel like it's the best one on the Switch, and but you're right. I mean, like, Superstars does a great job of representing the series as a whole and like its history and stuff. It's kind of between. I think I would have said Jamboree, but I think you actually convinced me um, to say Superstars. And so for me, it's between Superstars
Mm-hmm.
or honestly Mario Party 2.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, yeah.
and maybe even we've been playing Mario Party 6 recently.
Mario Party 6 is really good. I mean, I think we've
And
only
I gotta
played
say, I think Mario Party 6 might be one of the best ones,
I yeah,
if not the best.
yeah, it's definitely looking to be the best of the GameCube ones in my opinion.
Hmm.
Um but I do feel like I mean, and the thing is like I was thinking about Jamboree, like I haven't played it, but like
Hmm.
I was thinking about Jamboree because I feel like in terms of like modern Mario Party, it more represents what like modern Mario Party is like, but it also like it kind of has like a mesh of like modern Mario Party and classic Mario Party. And
Yeah.
there are like boards from the original game, like the original N64 games in that game. So I feel like you're still getting that like N64
Mm,
vibe, right, with
right.
Jamboree. But
Still got the vibes. That's
I
true.
haven't like again, I haven't played it, so this is like more so for you to decide. But
Yeah.
I'm okay with either one if I'm being honest. Like I think Mario Party 2, like I'd rather put Superstars on than Mario Party 2 just because I feel like you're getting the
Yeah.
whole N64 trilogy kind of experience with
Right.
Superstars.
That is definitely
But
true. I
mhm.
just honestly the only reason I say two is because there's so many like YouTubers and people who say like Mario Party 2 is the pinnacle of the series. It'll never be as
which
good as Mario Party 2,
which is
blah
so
blah blah.
funny because there's been so many Mario Party games after 2.
And granted,
um
I think probably after like the stretch of Mario Party games between like the start of the Wii and like the end of the Wii U were like it
mhm.
was like so bad. It
It
was
was
just
just
like
terrible.
garbage era Mario Party.
Yeah, it was just they just everyone was bad pretty
Except for
much.
Mario Party DS. Mario Party DS
Oh, well that's
is
true.
really
Yeah,
good.
but I consider that to be like like the beginning of the Wii era. I
Yeah,
think DS came
sure.
out before 8, I think.
I th-
So,
I don't know.
Mario Party 8.
I actually don't like 8 very much. I'm not an 8 enjoyer. I had that game as a kid, and I
Oh no, it didn't.
even back then I didn't really like Mario Party 8 as a kid
Right.
because
I
the
don't.
maps in that game are kind of trash.
Yeah, I heard like the only one that's like kind of worth a damn is Koopa's Tycoon Town or
Yeah, that
something
is
like
so
that.
true. That's the
Yeah.
one that me and my sister would always play.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't even consider any of the Wii ones unless you want to like make an argument that like the shitty Mario parties more represent the series as a whole. In which
Putting
case,
9,
yeah, putting nine or like the top 100.
dude. Let's put
Um,
Star Rush.
dude, I like know nothing about Star Rush. That's the one Mario Party game I know nothing about. I know that it exists and that's it.
I think when
But
it came out, I saw like a some people play it on YouTube or something, but that's it. Yeah,
yeah, like three people played it. Yeah.
that game
Um
is such an enigma. You're right.
yeah, but no, I don't know. I think Superstars. I'm gonna advocate for
Okay.
Superstars. If you think
No, I'm
Jamboree,
gonna agree with you. I'm
okay.
gonna agree with you because I do see that aspect of it like representing the entire series. I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of wanted to throw out the other ones more as just like a just to see if what your perspective was on it.
Yeah.
Because as two is definitely some people would say two, and definitely I
True.
think some people might say Jamboree.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're getting a good like you're getting good content from two with Superstars. I mean, that's debatable, I guess. Like some people don't really like the boards that they put in Superstars that are from
Mhm.
two. I kind of like them,
What were
but
they again? It was Horrorland
and Spaceland.
and Spaceland.
Hmm.
Spaceland is good.
Yeah, I like Spaceland. I kind of like Horrorland.
I
It's
actually
kind of
don't
fun.
think I've ever played
Hey,
Horrorland.
Horrorland has the day and night. You definitely have. Horrorland has the day and night mechanic, which is in 6, and I think it
Oh yeah,
originated with Horrorland. So,
dude, Jamboree has Western Land. I like
and I
Western
do
Land.
really
That one's good.
I really like the music in Westernland. It's so like
Yeah, me too.
it's so like cowboy coded.
We gotta hang out and play Jamboree and play Western Land.
Yeah, we do, specifically Westernland. I don't need to play any other board. I just want to play Westernland. Um
That's the other thing about Jamboree is it's got 7 boards, which
which
is like
is really
that's
good. That's
awesome.
really cool. You said that Jamboree didn't have the best mini games. I remember,
That is
in your
true.
opinion, which
No,
I
I do stand by that.
and I feel like that's like kind of a reason not to put it on here because I feel like the mini
Mhm.
games are so important with Mario Party. Like you need to have good ones to
What
make
it
it.
lacks in great mini games though, it
Mm,
makes up for, I feel like, in the side modes,
mm,
which it's impressive because there are like there's like 5 or 6 different side modes that are like
mm-hmm.
fully fleshed out, and like a lot of them have their own like mini games that are specifically for those side modes.
Right, which is cool.
So it's pretty
That is
cool.
cool. I just hope that they just continue Mario Party down this path and just keep on making it just
Hmm.
more in line with its roots, but
Right.
refine it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd love if they
yeah,
keep bringing back maps like from the GameCube era and stuff too.
that would be awesome because I feel like the GameCube ones like don't get any like recognition anymore. I
Don't.
feel like, which sucks.
No,
Um,
like hence why we've been playing them recently because it's like
yeah,
it's kind of like the era of Mario Party that like we didn't know anything about.
yeah, yeah, for real. But anyway, moving on from Mario Party. Uh, should we talk about RPGs?
Let's talk about sports next.
Okay. I have a
Because
really
RPGs is gonna be so hard and we only have 2 slots left.
That's true. I have a really like hot take about the Mario Sports slot that we should have or like what we should put
Okay.
for it.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I think we should put brace yourself Mario Sports Superstars.
For the 3DS?
Mhm. Because
Oh
I
my
feel
god, that's
like
so funny.
that game represents the like what people think about the Mario Sports games nowadays.
So what do they have in that? Horseback riding,
Yeah, they have horseback riding,
soccer,
they have soccer, they have tennis, they have
tennis.
baseball, and they have golf. They have like pretty
Wow.
much all of the mainstay Mario sports games and horseback riding for some reason. Um,
Horseback, right?
and I feel like it's just so bland and generic and just like it just does the job, but
Yeah,
it's just not fun. And I just feel like all of the Mario sports games, like they just kind of all like not all of them, like I think
right.
earlier ones are better, but like as of recently, like the last like 10, 15 years, like that is just what Mario sports is it's just
Yeah.
nothing crazy, you know?
You could, so yeah, it's weird because I feel like one could make the case for like, oh, well, I think that like, so each game has its own merits, right? Like on the Switch,
Mm-hmm.
like you could include like Mario Strikers because it is the most unique and has a lot of character. You could
Sure,
include Mario. I honestly kind of feel like Mario Tennis is kind of like the most like representative Mario sports game
sure,
out of like
in a
it,
sense.
golf, baseball, soccer.
I do feel like they emphasize tennis more than any of the other ones for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, they do.
So,
Um,
yeah.
and like, I guess you couldn't really make a. I don't see anybody making a case for Mario Golf.
No, I
What
mean,
the fuck was that game called on the Switch? Mario Golf Super
Super
something? Super
Rush.
Rush? Super
Yeah.
Rush?
Um yeah, no. And like I do feel like Mario Golf has had a better record.
Oh, oh,
I
oh.
was just plugging in my camera cuz it was going to die.
All right.
Um I feel like Mario Golf has had like a better record overall. Well, yeah, cuz I think the 3DS one was good, or at least like people thought the
Hmm.
3DS one was good. Um and then like but then, they didn't have one on the
Yeah.
Wii. They didn't have one on the Wii U. Um
No.
so I don't know.
You
But
could technically say like the original Mario Tennis on N64, right?
you could also say the Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Color.
Did the Game Boy Color or the Virtual Boy one come first? Real
uh
question.
yeah, that's the question on everyone's mind. Yeah, I don't know. Well, what
Okay,
came out
look it
first?
up right now.
Okay, Mario Tennis came out on in North America or Japan?
2001?
2001 slash
Oh,
2000,
2000.
and the
Okay.
Virtual Boy one came out in 95. So then
Wow.
the Virtual Boy one. So
5 years.
we should. What the hell is Super Mario Race?
I don't know. What is the Game Watch
The
Boy?
Game Watch Boy. You don't know the Game Watch Boy?
What is the Game Watch Boy? I think we should put that on there.
What the
Let's
hell
put the
is
Game
this?
Watch Boy on.
Yeah, dude, they had Super Mario Race and Doctor Mario.
Dude, I
Dude,
feel like I would have seen this on Did You Know Gaming at some point.
yeah. Did you know? Wait, we didn't even talk about Doctor Mario.
Fuck that. I hate Dr. Mario. Fuck that series.
What? You hate Doctor Mario? What, dude?
I am not. I would
You're out
sooner
of your
put Puzzle and
mind.
Dragons Mario Bros. Edition over
What
Dr.
about what about DK Jungle Climber? I feel like that's a
Fuck
good
that. That's bad.
game we should think about.
Oh
No.
God, we're not
Okay.
talking about like side series like Yoshi's Island and Wario Land and Donkey Kong, are we?
I mean, they are there. And Mario versus Donkey Kong.
Bro, no.
Okay.
There's no way.
Okay, let's go back to the sports thing. I still advocate for Mario Sports Superstars cuz I feel like if we just put one specific sport, I feel like that's not really like fair to Mario Sports
Yeah.
as a whole. Like I feel like they're all equally kind of known in a way. Especially
I hate that you're right. I just hate
yeah.
that you're right. But
Mhm.
hear me out.
Yeah, okay.
Listen to this. What I have to say,
Okay.
I actually think it should be a Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games game.
Oh, yeah, do you? Do you think that really? Is
I
that
do.
even
No, I'm not joking right now. I actually do think that it should be like the original Mario and Sonic
Okay, let me
game.
ask you this, Donovan. Why is Sonic Lost World on this list? Why?
That's a great
Does
question.
it have
Oh, it's because
Mario?
they had the Yoshi
Oh,
DLC.
the Yoshi's Island Zone. That's right.
Yep.
Well, I guess Sonic Lost World is a contender for this.
I guess it's Sonic Lost World. Dude, I was just watching a video on that game like the other day. Never played that game, but it looks ass.
Yeah, it looks like nothing special.
Hmm.
Um Wait, so you actually think that the Mario and Sonic game, like one of those, should be on here, like in place of a Mario sports game?
I actually do. I actually think that when most people think of Mario sports games, they don't even think of Mario Sports. I think they think of Mario and Sonic.
I
And I'll stand by
disagree.
that. You disagree. Okay.
I don't feel like I like never hear anyone talk about Mario and Sonic other than like YouTubers that like make retrospectives about those games. Um
Dude, no, those like people know those games.
yeah, but like
Look up the sales of the original.
oh, I like it was on the Wii, right? Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Um yeah, how much did it sell? Is it on here? Oh, I don't know.
Has to
Well,
have
let's
sold
see.
like 10 million.
Is it on the best-selling
Has
Wii
to.
games? Let's see. Mario and Sonic 7 million. Okay. That's respectable, but I still feel like as a whole cuz like Mario and Sonic is, sure it's like a known series, but like is it what people would think of when they think of Mario specifically? Like I feel like that's I
I
don't
guess
know. I
not.
just I don't see that personally. I think people would sooner think of Lego Star Wars the complete saga.
I think you're joshing me right now.
I think people would sooner think of Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock.
God, why the fuck?
Okay, I'm getting distracted. Um I don't know. I mean, if like I mean we could put both. We have two slots.
No, 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 we're not putting both.
Well, and
We'll do
if we put a Mario and Sonic game, which one would we even put?
I got an idea. I got an idea.
Okay.
Let's play a game of Crunker Strike, and we'll settle it like that.
What the fuck? Settle it like men.
Settle it in Crunker Strike.
In
Okay, no, I'm
Croaker.
joking. I'm
The
joking.
fuck
We're
is
not gonna
this?
play Crunker Strike on Discord.
Okay, good. Thank God. That's a
Um,
different Chit Chats video. Okay.
that's a different Chit Chats video. We
Um.
played Crunker Strike.
Yeah. Um. So I don't know. We got to settle this because I still think Mario Sports Superstars is more worthy of being on here.
See, okay, but at that point, I would say, um, what the fuck was the Wii one? Mario Sports Mix.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's
Google that one.
no.
Google
I
that one.
okay. I know what you're talking about. I know of that game. Is
I
that on
wha-
here?
I know you know of that game. I'm just saying. I just don't know the
That's
sports in it.
1.98 million. This has basketball, volleyball, ice hockey, and dodgeball, which is definitely for sports.
Volleyball, ice hockey, dodgeball, and
The most
wow, not
random.
even any of the standard Mario sports games.
No, this game was not like trying to be one of those. It was trying to be like its own thing, I think.
Okay.
But yeah,
God. Okay,
it's
well,
just kind of there. I feel like. I mean, so is Mario Sports Superstars. To be fair.
how much does Mario Sports Superstars
Dude,
sell?
I doubt it's even on the best-selling 3DS games. Like,
I doubt it's
there's no
yeah.
shot
I
it
doubt
is.
it's even sold a million.
Let's see.
It came at the end of the 3DS's life, like
Yeah,
as the
no,
Switch was releasing.
yeah, no. It's not even on here. It's not even on here. I don't know who the hell bought it. It came out after the Switch came out, I think.
Here's a
So
controversial take. Do we even need to represent the Mario sports game?
I mean, that's a fair question.
Is that a big enough part of the franchise?
I mean,
Technically, you could say that Mario Kart represents the Mario sports games,
you could say
right?
that. In
You
a
could say
way in
that.
a wacky way, you could say that.
Mhm.
Um, you know what? Let's just skip the Mario sports games. I don't I like cuz
No, put Mario sports fucking superstar.
superstars.
Is it?
And
We
then we
have
would
two
have
superstars
yeah,
games.
two games with the subtitle superstars.
All
Um
right, let's yeah, fuck
we
it.
could
Why
take it
not?
off if we want to. I don't know, man. I just feel like
Ugh.
any other one would not be fair to put on here. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. Let's talk about the RPG series because I really this one is like the only one that I feel like I'm like I really don't know which one we would put, to be honest.
This is so fucking hard because like the Mario RPG series is technically like if you want to get super technical, four different franchises.
That's true. That's true.
There's Paper Mario,
Mm-hmm.
there's Mario and Luigi,
Mm-hmm.
there's Mario and Rabbids, and there's Super Mario RPG, which is like a
Yeah.
standalone game.
Mm-hmm.
But
But I do think of it in its own bubble from the other three. So,
right.
um, okay. So, yeah, this is a tough one. I'm just gonna say right now, no Mario plus Rabbids.
No,
Like, I don't even think we need to debate about
no.
that. I do like those games. Don't get me wrong, or at least the first one, but
But they don't
they
represent
don't.
Mario
No,
RPG
no,
very
they don't.
well, or the
Um,
series.
so I feel like we could advocate for any of the three of the other Mario RPG series. Um,
Yeah.
if we want to,
And here's the thing, I think that Paper Mario is the most iconic out of the
probably, yeah,
three.
probably. hmm So we could put a Paper Mario game on here, and we could go two different directions with this.
Don't do that. Don't know. I know what you're gonna say. Don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say it.
Um, no, I won't. I'm just saying, like, there's two different ways that we could think about this.
Don't say Paper Jam, dude. Don't say it.
Well, Paper Jam isn't a Paper Mario game. It's a Mario and Luigi. And
I know.
if you want to be fair, that represents two Mario RPGs.
God.
So
God.
you kind of
Oh my
just shot
God.
yourself in the foot by bringing it up even. Cuz I wasn't even going to consider Paper Jam, but now that you brought it up, now
Dude,
I'm
I
kind of
thought for
considering it.
sure that's what you were gonna
No,
say.
I was going to say there's two different like like forms of the Paper Mario series that we can think of. We can think of the good ones or the
Oh.
bad ones. Um, but
Okay, but if we're gonna have a Paper Mario game represent Mario RPGs as a whole,
mhm,
you want it to be a good one.
yeah, I
Because
mean
Mario RPGs as a whole are not bad.
that's true. I think percentage wise, more of them are good. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Um,
So maybe we should pick a mid one so that it represents being in the
well,
middle.
so okay, if we want to pick, well, because okay, originally I was gonna say Bowser's Inside Story because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that one is so good and wacky and
Yeah.
creative. And I just feel like as a whole, it represents what the best kind of Mario RPG is, right?
Yeah. And I was gonna say it for the same reason.
hmm And you got yeah, no, it's everything that you love about Mario RPGs is there. I feel like,
And it's kind
um,
of like I think it's the most iconic and the most memorable of the Mario and Luigi games at this point, and
yeah,
the best regarded.
yeah, for sure. If you wanted to pick a mid one, like not a bad one, but a mid one, probably you're looking at like Dream Team.
Hmm.
Um,
I would not say Dream Team.
well, okay, I actually like Dream Team. I just feel
Well,
like
yeah, I would say it's pretty middle of the road as far as I would agree with you on that.
yeah,
I would definitely not have it represent Mario RPGs
no,
as a
probably
whole.
not. It would technically be a Year of Luigi game though. I'm just saying. Um,
Going back, going back to that.
going back to that. I mean, you could say Paper Jam. I feel like Paper Jam is mid. I feel like it is the definition of mid.
Paper,
And I've
Pepper,
played through
I
it,
don't
so
know.
I
I
can
haven't
say
played
that.
enough of it. Did you finish it?
I got to the final boss, and then I got
Okay.
my ass kicked, so I did not beat the final boss. But I basically beat the whole game. So,
Why would you want to? Why would you even want to beat the
dude,
final boss, dude? You want the fun to last forever. You don't want it to end.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like why? Yeah, it's like when you're eating a really good meal, you save the last bite and you like put it in a little baggie and you put it in your closet, and it's like a memory.
Hmm.
Um,
For sure.
uh, yeah. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk about Paper Jam more again. Paper Jam, not only is it mid, but it includes two different Mario RPG series, or it represents both of them.
Mm,
So that's an
okay.
advocate for it. But at the same time, I really don't want to put Paper Jam on this list.
No,
I don't think it's
no, I
worthy of
really
putting
don't
it on
want to put
here.
Paper Jam either.
Now, we could make a case for the original Super Mario RPG because it was the original. That's pretty much all it has
Yeah,
going for it, though.
it's the original for sure.
I mean, I think it's good. I like Super Mario RPG, but I don't think it's
Yeah,
the.
I've told you
I
how
don't
I
know.
feel about the
Yeah.
original Super Mario RPG before.
Hmm.
I don't need to say that again right now, but
I think
I,
it.
I don't think that it does a I don't think it does a great job at representing Mario RPGs as a whole because it doesn't it's like a standalone game.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my argument. Like I
That's
just feel
true.
like in terms of like Mario's legacy or like how Mario has been over the years, like a game like a game from the other two series just does a way better job of representing Mario RPGs.
Well, we could. I mean, we didn't even like talk about Thousand Year Door, which
Yeah.
is
It's kind of for me it's between Bowser's Inside Story, Thousand Year Door, and the original Paper Mario.
okay. Good. Yeah, actually, I was also going to make a case for the original Paper Mario because the thing about and in regards to the original versus Thousand Year Door, I feel like Thousand Year Door is a better Mario RPG, but I feel like it strays maybe a little too far from Mario. Like I like
Hmm.
it for that, but I feel like if we're representing the Mario RPGs, I feel like the original kind of does a better job at that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Honestly, it's kind of splitting hairs because they're both really good, and I think both of them are deserving of a spot. Um, Same with
So
Bowser's
so
Inside Story. So.
here's what I'm gonna propose, I
Hmm.
think. Because I honestly really do feel like it's possible that maybe there needs to be a Paper Mario game and a Mario and Luigi game on this list.
Well, that
I don't
poses some
know.
problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. Um, well, let's for just this second, let's put Bowser's Inside Story because I think that was the first one that we like
Bowser's Inside Story.
that we agreed on that it should be on here,
Hmm.
right? And I do think
Right.
that one is a really good one. So I do think it deserves to be on here. But now we have reached 10. So if we want to put any others on here,
Mm.
we got to either take some off or we got to put some
I'll take
collections.
one out. I'll put some collections.
I'm just saying, I'm still
How
open to the
hard do
idea of
we?
collections.
You're open to it.
Yes.
You're also the guy who said you wanted to make this as hard as possible.
Well, I did, but I think it's fair to put collections on here if they were officially released.
Okay.
Because it's not like we can just say, "Oh, let's put a collection of the Mario and Luigi games on here," because that was never officially released. But
Right.
3D All Stars was, and the original All Stars was. So I think they are fair game.
I
You
actually
know?
think that we should scrap it all and just have we should have Princess Peach Showtime and Super Mario 63 the Flash game.
Yeah. No, I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing actually. And
Okay.
Super Mario Run, not the mobile app, but the browser game.
It's called Run Mario Run.
Run. Oh, that's right. It was called that.
Yeah.
Um,
Not Super Mario Run.
well, Donovan, I just want to bring this up really quick. What about Mario Maker? Does that deserve to have a slot on this list?
Dude,
So
maybe.
that's and if it does, I mean, I think we know which one of the two it should be. At least I think.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
the first one.
should it even? What? No, actually, I was gonna say the second one.
What? You were?
Yeah, I was.
No.
I'm not
Oh
saying I
man.
like the second one more, but I think it's a better game personally. So
Disagree.
okay, well, fuck you. No. Okay, can we put 3D All Stars on here?
Yeah, let's put 3D All Stars on there.
Okay, I'm gonna put 3D All Stars on here in replacement of, or in place of 64 in Galaxy.
Okay.
Now we could put the original All Stars plus Mario World because that was, I mean, that's like, you could say that's going a
Hmm.
little batshit crazy, but it was technically a game that came out, you know.
Right. Okay.
So
You know, man, I guess we are talking definitive, aren't we?
we are,
Ugh. I
and
just
I'm.
feel like if you have All Stars plus, are you there was a version of All Stars that released with Mario World, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It
That's what
was
you're talking
it
about?
yeah, and it was a I think it was like an exclusive to console bundles, but it
Hmm.
was it was released officially.
That just feels, I mean,
You're not
I
a fan. You're not a fan of that idea.
I'm not a fan of the idea just because it feels like it's too cheaty. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just
Because
feel
that's
like
like that is 4 games. That's 4 games.
yeah, yeah.
And then plus like 3D All Stars is like
Technically, it's five.
3.
It's 5 games because you forget the Lost Levels is on there.
Yeah. Yeah. So like basically we'd be having 8 games and 2 slots on there. That feels like cheating to me.
Hey, Nintendo did it, so you know.
Okay.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
I don't
I'm not
know.
saying that your argument is invalid. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like if we're gonna do it with 3D All Stars, why not just do it with the first All Stars? Those are, to be fair,
Why
those are
not?
the only 2 collections that I would put on here. I can't
Yeah.
think of any other collections that
Does Mario
even
even have any
come to
other
mind.
collections?
I don't think they do. I don't think it does. That he does. Whatever you want to fucking say.
Hmm.
Unless you want to count like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe as being a collection because it has, you know
Lol.
New Super Luigi U in it. But yeah, no,
Okay.
I don't know. That's
Well,
that's kind of what I'm thinking, man.
fuck it. Let's do it. Just do it.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna
Just pull
replace.
pull the plug. Pull the trigger.
Okay. Oop. Super Mario All Stars plus Super Mario World.
Super Mario World. This is such a cop out.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't
But it
care.
does
I don't
give
care
us
anymore.
it does give us 2 more slots. So
Gives us too
we
much
can
love.
have a little bit more fun now, you know?
We would keep I think we would keep 3D World on there, and I also think we would keep New Super Mario Bros. Wii on there.
Yeah. 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 I'm willing to keep them both on there.
Unless you're about to pull out like a Wonder or Odyssey on me.
Well, we could. I still think we could return to the Super Mario Maker discussion.
Yeah.
Because I do
Let's do that.
think,
Let's do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
So, what is your reasoning for the original Mario Maker?
So the original Mario Maker, despite the Wii U, was a dead console in the grave.
Mm-hmm.
In 2015 came out, and it was still a viral sensation. It was a force to be reckoned with. You
Mm-hmm.
know, people were talking about that game. People didn't even know what the Wii U was, but people knew what Mario Maker was. You know,
Yeah,
it
that's
was really
true.
big on YouTube for a while. Um, and it also is just the first Mario Maker,
That's
which I feel
true.
like says that, you know,
That's
and
true.
I feel like I feel like everybody would agree with me that the experience of just making a level, which is what Mario Maker is all about, is way better in Mario Maker 1 than it is in 2. Sure,
I
Mario
agree.
Maker 2 added like um, you know, the 3D world theme. It added more elements that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
and then had more updates that added even more stuff that you could use in your levels.
Mm-hmm.
And it also added like an online multiplayer and a single player campaign. I don't really feel like it had nearly the same impact.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if going back to like what I would recommend for a new player, and uh, here's the thing, I want to pretend that the Wii U still has online when I say this,
Okay.
but I think I would
I
recommend the
mean,
original Mario Maker
I don't even really think we need to
over the
consider that
second.
because like all of these games, any online support is going to be axed eventually. So like
Yeah,
we can consider like
for
the
sure.
version of the game at launch or like when it
Yeah.
was relevant. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I think that that's fair. Um, okay,
Okay.
well you made a good case for the original Mario Maker, so I'm not going to say that I disagree. Um, And I don't know. I mean, like, in its favor, like I did have a lot more fun with that game than I did with Mario Maker 2. I still like Mario Maker 2. I still think it's a really good game. Making levels on it is not fun. I don't even think I've made a single level on it. I think I've
No,
only
it's not, and
yeah.
I've said this before, but I feel like the original Mario Maker is really good tool for making games and playing games. I
Yeah.
feel like Mario Maker 2 is only good for playing levels.
Yeah. That's true. And I don't know, depending on who you are, you might care about one more than the other, but I do feel like as a whole, I think you're right. I think the original Mario Maker is more deserving of a slot. So
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I think we should put that
Yeah.
on here. Okay.
Does the addition of Mario Maker take away perhaps New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or do we leave it there?
Hmm. I mean, couldn't you say the same about like 3D All Star or regular All Stars? I don't know. No, I don't think it does. I feel like they're just like two
Yeah.
different beasts. Like I
Hmm.
mean, they're obviously Mario Maker's based on them, but like it's not a replacement for them. In my
Yeah.
eyes, it's supplemental. You know.
Sure.
Um, But yeah, depending on who you are, you might disagree. But and we didn't even talk about the 3DS version.
God, for good reason.
So yeah, I'm just saying there is the 3DS version. I
If
think
if Nintendo comes out with Mario Maker 3 and adds in the mouse capabilities plus everything that was in Mario Maker 2 and then some,
that's gonna
I
be.
think Mario Maker 3 is the new deserving one on
I
the
think
list. But
that's gonna be some good shit right there, dude. Um,
I yearn for the Mario Maker comeback.
I urine for the Mario Maker comeback.
Oh, and also I didn't even say amiibo costumes.
That's true. I was actually thinking about that. I thought you did bring that up, but no. But yeah,
Did I? I don't know.
that is a good case for the original Mario Maker.
Hmm.
Um, I think we should put AR games on here.
Photos with Mario.
We should put photos. Is that listed on here? No, but
Probably it should
Puzzles and
be.
Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition is.
Wow.
I think we should put Skylander Supercharges Racing.
My brother
Okay.
has that game.
Well, we have one more slot. I do feel like this list is pretty good. But we do have
It's
one more slot.
if we were to just call it now, even with nine, I think it would be pretty good.
That's true. I do feel like we should just route it out though. We should just like
Yeah,
we should
for
have
sure.
one more. But what do we put on here though?
My now that we're at the end of the list, like my brain starts to go to like the side series, right?
Yeah, but the thing is that if we put one side series, it's gonna feel kind of unfair to not put other side
Right?
series. You know?
Well, here's the thing, in a definitive Mario games list,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put a Donkey Kong game
No.
on there,
Mm-mm.
and I don't even think I would put a WarioWare or a Wario Land game on there.
Mm-hmm. No, not no, definitely not.
Um, and I might put a Yoshi game, but I don't think I would.
I mean, okay, it depends on what Yoshi game you're talking about because
Yeah.
I mean Mario is in like the original Yoshi's Island,
He
and
is.
like Yoshi's Island DS and Yoshi's New Island and all that shit. Um,
Right. I can't let my personal bias for the original Yoshi's Island
yeah,
paint this list though. Because I know that somebody watching this, they'd be like, what the fuck? They put Yoshi's Island
Yoshi's
on there?
Island.
What the
That's
hell?
not even a Mario game. What the
It's not a
fuck?
Mario game.
What? Urgh.
But
Yeah,
here's what I do think. I would
yeah.
put a Luigi's Mansion game on this list.
Okay. That is an interesting idea.
Okay.
Um, elaborate.
Luigi's Mansion is a very unique franchise.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that's quite like it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it does a I feel like it does a really great job at representing like the more experimental, weirder side of Mario that
Mm-hmm.
like maybe you could say like some of the RPGs touch on. Um, and like maybe like some of the some of the 3D games like Odyssey and Wonder kind of embody as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just the weirdness of Mario, and that's something that kind of got lost for a while. The weirdness of Mario is like
Yeah.
a concept.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're so like used to it, but like it is a weird kind of, it is a weird concept, right?
I think it's
And you
completely
can do
normal.
so much with it.
I
You think
think
it's complete?
I think a plumber stomping on mushrooms and throwing fireballs and beating up turtles. I think that's a normal thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but
Well,
anyway, but I
that
digress.
means that means that Nintendo won, dude.
Yeah.
That means that you got lost in the
Fuck.
you got
Yeah.
lost in the messaging.
Yeah.
You're
Fuck.
you're a corporate shill.
I am. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I love Bezos. No.
Antonio the corporate shill.
Mm-hmm. No, I think Luigi's Mansion game would be interesting to put on here. It would kind of be an outlier, but I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be fine. you know, I mean, because like, what else would we put? Like, we could put a Mario versus Donkey Kong. I don't think we should put a Mario versus Donkey Kong. We could put a Princess Peach game. Probably not though. Oh, okay, okay. What about like Super Mario Land? Uh oh. Hello?
Hello,
I can hear you.
doctor. Are we so back?
Are we back? I don't know what just
Are we
happened,
back?
but
My computer died.
oh lol.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Are you still recording?
yeah, I am.
Okay. Doctor, we're so back.
I think we should put Densetsu no Starfy 3.
You were looking through the games
No,
in the
did you
meantime.
hear what I said before you
I don't
got
think I
disconnected?
didn't. I didn't hear it.
Okay, well, the more I think about it, the more I feel like it's stupid, but I was going to say like what about like Mario Land
Mario Land.
or like Mario Land 2? I
No,
don't know. No.
no,
Okay.
I would
Okay.
not
All
say
right.
that.
Um, you know what? Fuck it. Let's put a Luigi's Mansion. Which Luigi's Mansion are we putting?
Well, so I think, and I want you to tell me if
Mm-hmm.
how you feel,
Yeah.
but I want you to be honest with me, Antonio.
Oh,
Be honest with me.
I'll be
Um,
honest with you, man. You know I'll be honest with you.
I thanks, man. I think it's between putting a Paper Mario game on the list and putting a Luigi's Mansion game on the list at this point.
Okay.
Do you think so?
Yeah, that's fair. I forgot we didn't put a Paper Mario game on here.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'm kind of between either putting um, Luigi's Mansion 3 or the original Paper Mario, which we were talking about.
okay, well, I will say this. I think I'm in more in favor of putting a Paper Mario. Um, mainly because I feel like it fits with the Mario branding more. and
Mm.
not just because it has the word Mario in it. And I'm like, again, or I'll say this, like I love the Luigi's Mansion games, or at least I love. I mean, I like three, and I like Dark Moon. You
Hmm.
know, I don't. I feel like with the release of 2 HD, everyone's like shitting on Dark Moon. I think it's a good game. I
I
think
like it too.
I think it's overpriced as a $60, bare bones remaster, but it's a good game.
But it's not a bad
Um,
game.
no, it's not, and I think people shit on it a little too much. But
Agreed.
I feel like, in terms of like the iconography of Mario, I feel like
Hmm.
just a Paper Mario game would fit better with this list. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So if it's between Paper Mario and Luigi's Mansion, I'm gonna go with Paper Mario. Um, yeah, that's my thought.
Okay. Do it.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's cool with me because I was
Okay.
having a hard time deciding. So
Okay. Now,
tomorrow I might say Luigi's Mansion, but today I'm going with Paper
yeah,
Mario.
it just depends on how you're
With
feeling that
you.
day. Um,
Hmm.
now, yeah, I guess the original Paper Mario. I think I'm still gonna advocate for that one in terms of the whole series. As much as I love the Thousand Year Door, or at least what I've played of it, I do also like Super Paper Mario, and I know you
Yeah.
also fall into that camp.
Yeah, that
But
one's like that's the weirdest Mario game they've ever made.
yeah, it really is.
It's
It's like,
barely a Mario game.
yeah, it's like if you took a screenshot of like Count Bleck in like the Dark Realm and no one knew what it was from, you would not think, "Oh, that's from Paper Mario."
No.
Or
It would-
Mario.
That game is about a butterfly falling in love with an evil guy with a monocle
Yeah.
and trying to end the world.
Um God, I can't get the image of that like spider creature, like one
Oh
of the first
yeah.
like bosses that shows up. I can't get the image of that
Mimi.
out of my head. Yeah, Mimi. Yeah,
Mimi.
yeah. I
Dude,
never
she used to
did.
freak me out so much as a kid
It's
when I played
so.
that game.
It's like unlike anything I've ever seen. I had ever seen in a Mario game. Um,
Yeah.
but regardless, yeah, definitely not Sticker Star. As much as that game did shift the the public opinion of Paper Mario for a while, no, it's just bad.
No.
So, like, I mean, I've heard Color Splash is better. You've played Color Splash, so you would know more. I don't think that deserves to be on here.
No.
Neither does Origami King. No, yeah, no.
Yeah, they represent like they represent the other half of the Paper Mario series, but I want to represent the good half of the Paper Mario series
Yeah, and I think
on
the
this
original. I
list.
feel like the original is just like, it's just a good time. It's just overall like,
Right.
it's it's nothing like, I wouldn't say it's anything like crazy, but I feel like that's what's charming about it. And
No.
even then, like, there's still some
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cool parts of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a
Yeah,
good
no,
time.
you're right.
It's a
It
good
is
time.
still like if you look at it like critically, it is still like pretty standard Mario, like
Yeah,
environments and characters, you know.
and I
Like
mean,
you got
like,
like Toad
yeah,
Town, and then you got like
yeah,
the desert world, and then you have like
yeah.
the snow world and the ghost house.
Hmm.
But like
But
I don't, it's just charming. You're right. It's
it
just
is.
charming.
It's just a charming game. Yeah, I love it. I think I'm gonna say that's my favorite Paper Mario game, even as of right now.
Really?
Which
You know what? I actually agree with you on that.
I love
I
it.
love Super Paper Mario, but
Yeah,
the original Paper Mario is better as a game.
yeah. I mean, I'm not even gonna say it's like better. I mean, like, I guess I probably would too, but like, I'm not even gonna say like,
Hmm.
if other people thought that like Paper Mario, like the Thousand Year Door is better, or Super Paper Mario is
Hmm.
better. Like, I think that that's fair. I just
Well, so here's the thing, and this is the first time I've said this,
okay.
but
What could
which is
this
a weird
be?
thing to say. But I like I've never beaten the Thousand Year Door.
Uh huh.
I am like I guess currently playing through it. The last time I
Hmm.
actually like played the game on my Switch was probably like 4 months ago or something at this point.
Hmm.
I just feel like it's it's a little bit like annoying to play in a weird way. You know what
Hmm.
I'm talking about? Like it's
Interesting.
not as I don't feel like it's as fun or straightforward as the original Paper Mario. I still like it.
Yeah.
And I definitely appreciate its creativity.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best thing about that game is just how like kind of goofy it is
Yeah. It
in
is
a way that
goofy.
I don't even think that the original Paper Mario is as goofy as Thousand Year Door.
I think I kind of see what you mean if I'm being honest. Like, I mean, I also put down the Thousand Year Door and haven't picked it up for a while.
Yeah, I got to like it feels like a game with more high highs and more low lows, whereas Paper
Mm,
Mario is more consistent and like I
yeah.
got to like people are gonna like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door fans are gonna scoff at me for saying this, but
Mm-hmm.
I only got to like the second area of the game. But I
Mm-hmm.
got to like it was like the dungeon,
Yeah.
where you're like in the giant tree. I just like I wasn't really feeling it, you know?
No, honestly, I had to look up a guide for that area because I got
Mhm.
lost and like I wasn't sure where to go. And I felt like kind of weird about that because I was like, what? This shouldn't be hard, but I just kind of
Yeah,
I just didn't feel like putting my like a bunch of thought into it. I was just like, I just want to play Paper Mario. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
And once you feel
So
like that, once you're like, I don't really want to put a lot of thought into this, like
yeah,
that's kind of when the game lost me.
yeah, that's true. I mean, like I did get further than that, but I kind of agree with you. Which I do wonder what people would say that like that game if they heard that.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's
I don't
another
know.
game like that like online is so beloved that
It
like if
is
you say anything bad about it, like and this is I think that we're a part of an emerging school of thought on Thousand Year Door in this one.
maybe,
You know what I'm
dude. We're
saying? Like
breaking the mold right now. We
we're
are.
breaking the mold
Yeah,
right now.
we're forging a new wave of thought about Paper Mario the Thousand
This
Year
is the
Door.
Gen Z opinion on Thousand Year Door.
Yeah. Everyone that had nostalgia for that game, like take that, you know? Like that's right.
Man,
Like you put
fuck
you in
off.
your place. Um no, I feel like with Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and I've kind of always held this opinion ever since it got announced, the Switch version. I feel like
Hmm.
I respect that it exists more than anything. Like more than the
Yeah,
game itself. I still think it's a good game, and I still want to like beat it someday so I can get like the full
me too.
experience. But I
Yeah, for sure.
think,
I don't think I've given it like a fair shake all the way through. So
yeah, I feel like between the original Paper Mario getting or the original Mario RPG getting remade and Thousand Year Door getting remastered and then Brothership coming out, like say what you will about the quality of each of those games, but I
wow.
think the fact that they all exist is very promising. And I think it was when the Thousand Year Door got announced that I was really like, oh, we are back. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um,
For
and
sure.
yeah, and I think that that's where my love for that game like mainly lies right now. Um, but that may change over time if I play like it once like I play through
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. It's a
yeah,
game that I wanna love it more for as a game than
hmm
just for like its legacy and like
yeah,
how much love everybody else has for it.
yeah,
I'm just not there yet.
yeah. But with like kind of like we were like you were saying like there was no point in the original Paper Mario where I felt like unmotivated to keep going with it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I do feel like that is telling of its charm and quality. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. It's an interesting thing to discuss because I feel like a lot more people would advocate for Thousand Year Door, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not their list; it's our list. So
Our
fuck
list.
them. But yeah,
Gen Z likes Paper Mario and 64 more.
yeah,
Take
hmm
that, millennials.
yeah. And you know what? I think I will go play that with my Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership um sometime
Dude,
soon.
talk about being a corporate shill.
Nah, dude. I know the fuck
Oh, you
Nintendo.
are.
I hate them. Ew, boo Nintendo. Bad Nintendo. Nintendo bad. Um, okay, well we have reached 10 games, so I guess we
Yeah.
are done. Unless there's anything
Well, I
else.
mean, I had one more question for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Princess Peach Showtime? Yep. That feels right.
Yeah.
That feels right.
I think that is actually what the list should be.
Oh my
And
god. No, I actually had one more legit question for you.
another question? Okay, go for it.
Yeah, well, another legit question. Would you put, and I'm a little late on this, would you, but I just forgot the game existed. Would you put Brothership over Bowser's Inside Story?
As of the point that I'm at, no.
Okay.
But I think I'm like halfway through the game. So,
Okay.
ask me again in like a month or two
Okay.
and we'll find out. Either way,
We'll make an update to this list.
yeah. Yeah, hey, maybe by the time that happens, I won't have even come out with this video yet, so we could have a quick addition to the end. I don't know. Either
An
way,
amendment.
that's the definitive 10 Mario games. They're all Princess Peach Showtime. So, yeah, if you want to get into the Mario series, that's the best place to start
Hmm.
and end. Um,
Yeah, well, I won't lie.
yeah.
Like, um, if you're like 5 years old, then
It might
it
be,
might be a good entrance point for you.
yeah, true. Very, very much so. Yeah, it is, yeah, very, very, very good for 5-year-olds.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah.
Mario as a series is for 5-year-olds, you freaking nerd.
Yeah, fuck Mario. Nintendo is cringe. Nintendo's stupid. I play PC games. Just
Call of
emulate. Just
Duty.
just emulate them. What do you do? Just emulate the games. What the fuck? So stupid. But yeah, so that's the list, guys. Thank you for watching, Donovan. Thank you for being here and making the list with me. I'm sorry that the entire discussion basically was for nothing because we just ended up putting Princess Peach Showtime 10 times, but it
That's
was
okay.
it was
Like
fun.
sometimes you just forget the goats. Like
Yeah.
just happens.
Mm-hmm. And
But at
that's
least we came to our senses.
yeah, we did. We got there eventually. I mean, every definitive games list ends with Princess Peach Showtime anyway. So like
Yeah.
that's just how it goes. Um, but yeah, with that, we will see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats. Peace
Chit chats.
and Chit
Chit
Chat
chats.
stands.
Friends. Yeah. Is this season 4 now?
Yeah,
This is
season
season
4. That's right.
season 4. Chit chats.
Season
Friends.
4.
Season 4.
What?